What is going on, everybody? My name is WiseTV, back again with another video. Today we are doing r/idontworkherelady number 2. You guys really enjoyed this, so I figured I'd make another one for you guys. Anyway, let's get right into this video. I hope you guys enjoy. I used to work at a local supermarket chain called Acme. We wore red polos with Acme on the chest, and since I worked in the deli, we also wore big apron. So one night after closing at 11 p.m., a couple coworkers and I decided to go to Wawa, a local convenience store, to get some food and drinks. We walk in and order our food, and the lady walks up to me and goes, "Excuse me, where is your something?" I forgot what she asked for. Now, I basically live in Wawa, so I told her. She goes and gets the item and asks me if I'll ring her up now. I said, "No ma'am, I don't work here." She looked at my uniform and said, "Well, you're wearing a Wawa shirt." Wawa used to have red shirts but switched to black recently. "No ma'am, I work at Acme. This is an Acme shirt." She looks closer, apologized, and then hurried away like she was embarrassed. Funny enough, I quit my job at Acme and got a new job at Wawa. Now every time I'm in a Wawa with any kind of Wawa apparel, I get asked where stuff is. At least now I work for the company. Lol. At least in this situation, the lady was apologetic, but the person will usually just get annoyed and go look for some kind of authority like the manager or something. A few months ago, I posted the story of my neighbor who thought it was my job to shovel her walkway. Luckily, our maintenance people have stepped up their game and now do shovel residents' walkways and not just the parking lot. Yesterday, my nice neighbor and I were standing at her doorway chatting when Crazy Neighbor walked past. This was our conversation. Crazy Neighbor: "Hey, thank you so much for getting everyone's walkway scooped this winter." "I haven't had to do it. Maintenance does it now." "Oh, don't be shy. I know it was you." "No, XYZ company does. See that truck over there? They do it." "Here, this is to say thanks and keep up the good work." She hands me a $5 bill. "I really haven't been doing it." "You're the best. We'll have a barbecue this summer." She goes inside. Nice neighbor and I just stand there with our jaws on the ground. How thick can a person be? Taking credit for other people's actions, but in this case she's giving people credit for someone else's actions. She should just listen to them instead of being stubborn, but at the same time at least they got $5 more. They can go buy themselves a McChicken or something. First off, I want to point out how easy it is to confuse any work uniform for the current store's uniform. So here I was at Starbucks. Oh god, another Starbucks story. Waiting for my bus, which picks me up right outside and won't be here for another 45 minutes, buying a hot chocolate and just sitting to browse Reddit. As I said, since I just recently discovered the subreddit, I was reading through it as this happened. Reading away in my own world, I hear a man faintly call, "Can I get a refill?" Not thinking anything of it, I just keep reading. I'm the kind of person that forgets the world exists when they're focused on something. Then I hear, "Can I get a refill?" with what I assume is a short pause followed by a "hello" and a little knock on my table. Me confused and antisocial, I just stare at him. He proceeds to ask again. I quickly realize for some reason, even though I'm wearing a heavy snow jacket with tie-dye shirt, sitting at a table drinking a Starbucks as a customer, he thinks I work there. Perfect timing. So I just say I don't work there. Luckily, he didn't put up an argument like most of these other stores. He just looked around confused and went to the cash register to ask the same question. Which as to my question is, why wouldn't you do that in the first place? Later, he walked by and apologized and said that I looked like the employee that served him, awkwardly saying, "It's okay," just to go back to what I was doing. When it came time to get to my bus, I decided to browse the employees, which seemed to be mostly black and Asian women. I'm a Caucasian male. Well, at least the people in these stories seem to be apologetic and at least are positive about something, whether it's being friendly and polite and not putting up an argument. Funny timing though, as he's browsing the Reddit this happens. A few years ago while at work, I had a call from my mother, who was quite ill, to see if I could drive her to a doctor's appointment. All the way there, she was vomiting into a box in my front seat, or on the side of the road if we could pull over in time. She was also struggling to keep control over her functions, if you catch my drift. She was groaning in agony and dry reaching, generally in a really uncomfortable position. The doctor thought perhaps she had a virus and wrote her a referral to the pathologist in the complex. She also walked out with a sample jar and a paper bag. After collecting her sample and sitting down in the pathology office to fill out 100 useless forms, she is finally done. She's crying and not really well. With her head in her hands, she mumbles to the lady who walks past and thrusts the paper bag in her hand. "Would you take my stool sample?" To which the shocked woman replies, I'd love to, but I don't work here." My mother was so embarrassed and I couldn't stop laughing. She will never live that down. Well, hopefully in the end his mother was okay, but that's kind of an awkward situation, especially that woman. Imagine walking into a doctor's office and a woman hands you a paper bag full of crap and says, "Will you test this please?" I don't see why not. So this is going to be kind of short, but it makes me laugh because I'm a bit of an a-hole in general. Backstory. I was going to GameStop after work to finish my pre-order of KH3. I'm still in uniform, button-up long sleeve shirt, and some black slacks for shop work. I'm browsing the PlayStation wall when I see him. This mid-20s guy, kinda greasy, comes in looking a bit skittish. B equals brony, E equals employee, me equals me. B. Hey, do you guys have the My Little Pony action figures for this mobile game? I have absolutely no idea, my friend. If you talk to one of the workers at the counter, they could probably help you out. But they're busy and you aren't helping anyone out. That's because I don't work there. Don't give me that. You're in nice clothes like a manager. This whole time I've been facing him, my company's logo was sewn onto it. He might not have seen it because I had unbuttoned to show my dishonored shirt underneath. This is from my shop. I don't work here. Well, you shouldn't be wearing nice stuff then. Plus, that shirt doesn't help either. I don't control what you wear, pointing to his My Little Pony shirt. The employee starts to walk over and asks if he can help with anything. Hi there, is there anything I can help you with? This guy won't help and he's being really rude about it. I'm sorry to hear that, but he doesn't work there. You're just covering up for him. Well, it's unfortunate, but he is right. I do not work here. I come here to buy games like any normal customer. At this point, I grab the game I want to get, Vampire if you're wondering, and head to the counter. B tries to stop me, but the employee stands in the way. I don't know what happened after I paid and left, but I highly doubt that he got whatever he was looking for, because I haven't seen anything My Little Pony in that store in my many years of going there. I haven't seen B since. The things I don't understand about these people is why don't they believe them? If they say they're not an employee, they're likely not an employee, because if someone was an employee telling people that they didn't work there, they would most likely get fired for bad service. It's just common sense, people. Use your head. So this happened a few years ago. I used to work at a gym known for staying open 24 hours. I honestly love that job, but it was hard to move up much further than I had, so I quit and stayed at my day job, so I decided to get a regular membership like everyone else. I was always really friendly and knew a lot of the regulars by name. There were a few oddballs who wouldn't greet me, but I always greeted them. So cue about 3 months after I quit and I go in for my workout. I'm running on the treadmill listening to my Zune when I see a hand reach in my space and pull my headphones out of my ear. I'm pissed and I yell, "What is wrong with you?" There's the girl standing there with her hand on her hip and her face full of makeup. One of the regulars who didn't greet me when she would come in. She tells me to watch my mouth and I need to do my job. I told her she needed to get away from me and that I no longer worked there, and if she had an issue she needed to go to the front desk. I put in my headphones back in and restarted the treadmill. Not 2 minutes go by when this girl pulls on the headphones again. I yelled at her to stop harassing me and to get the F away from me. By this point, all eyes were on us. She tells me to get off my lazy butt and go refill the paper towels. I tell her to the front desk because it's not my problem. She proceeded to tell me to stop lying and do my job. She pays her dues and I need to treat her with respect. By this point, I've had enough and I know she isn't going to actually listen to what I have to say. So I went to the front desk and told the girl to dial the manager's extension because I'm being harassed by another member and he needs to come and handle it himself. Well, the lady followed me and demands to speak to the manager because she's going to get me fired. I laugh and call her crazy. Manager comes out and tries to de-escalate the situation, except he couldn't because she thought he was covering for me and I wouldn't do my job. She then proceeded to grab me by the arm and try to drag me. So I grabbed her thumb and pulled it back and hurt her. She let go, but not before leaving her claw marks on me. She was asked to leave the premises. I told the manager that he was going to need to save the recording of her assaulting me. He forgot to get her name and, well, I remembered her name and told him. You can check exactly when people check in. He ended up canceling her gym membership and emailed the district manager to get her banned from the whole company. She did call corporate and try to get me fired and the manager fired, saying we assaulted her. There was video evidence and statements from members who witnessed what happened to back us up. She ended up getting banned from all locations. Looks like her little plan right there backfired on her. It's almost like the previous story. When someone tells you something, sometimes you just gotta go with their word. Especially when you take it to the manager. They always think they're covering up for them. Why would they be covering up for them? A manager's responsible. A manager's gotta have a good reputation and actually get stuff done. Sometimes you just gotta take their word, especially if it's a company. And that dude had stopped working there for 3 months, so obviously someone wasn't paying attention to what was happening. Alright guys, I think that's a good spot to conclude today's video after that rant about how managers should be doing their job. So, we're about to hit 10k subscribers. We're at like 9,200 at the time this video is being uploaded. I did an earlier live stream today to test how it was going and it was really a lot of fun. Like I said, if we get to 10,000 subscribers by 11:59 p.m. Sunday, I will do a Q&A live stream sometime in the next week. Most likely Monday. And I will do it for maybe a couple hours because I really enjoy talking with you guys. Also, the Discord link is in the description and I'm thinking if we get like 1,000 members in there, I might start doing like giveaways and stuff like that. The future of this channel is looking really amazing and I want to thank each and every one of you for all your support. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram too, my link is in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching and have a great day.